Hello, everyone. My name is Leanne Lyon. I'm super excited. Look at this crowd we've got here. We are recording this evening, and I'm super excited to do so. If you're not comfortable having recording, you are welcome to turn your cameras off. We welcome you to come back, however, later on. We're going to do some Q&A. The first 25 minutes or so, we're going to have some great speakers explaining this awesome product of Now.Site Marketing. So sit back, but take a lot of notes, and if you have questions, write them down so you're able to get in on those questions. I'm going to kick this off because 2 weeks ago, I was in your position. I was visiting for the first time, and I came with a lot of skepticism. I had all my tools. I've been in computers and doing things for a long time. HTML in 1999. I actually sold a computer program in 1982. So I kind of thought I'd already had all the best tools and had all the best options for running my business. So as a favor, I showed up here. Well, 30 minutes later, I was canceling hundreds of dollars of subscriptions to other things because this one solution answered everything for a smaller price and did more. So I'm really excited to have you learn more and more about that. First of all, though, I want to introduce the woman who brought me to that meeting 2 weeks ago. And she is not only an amazing leader, an incredible coach with a multi-billion-dollar business in her future, and she's working steadily towards that right now. And she is a two-time it's Ironman finisher, among other things. She's married with 2 beautiful children out in San Diego area in California, and it is Mrs. Lois Kofi. So I invite you to come forward now and tell us a little bit about your story and introduce our featured speaker tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Leanne. Really appreciate your servant leadership here. Can everyone just let me know if you can't hear me okay. Super excited to introduce our speaker today. I'm just literally here to give more edification to this system, Now.Site, that you're going to hear about tonight, because like Leanne, I was very skeptical. I've been in sales for 20 years, and I've always known if you don't have a CRM, and now because of the pandemic and COVID, you can't meet with people face-to-face, belly-to-belly. So are you online? Are you digital? And not only do you have a website, but is it creating leads and conversion? So I've been in sales, been very successful, and it was always because I had a CRM, and a fortune is in the follow-up plan. And not only that, but now because of everything that's going on, I've had to create lead magnets, landing pages that actually give value, bring people in that I can drip on and close. So increasing sales results in less time has been my jam for a really, really long time. And so when I met Robert in February in Houston, Texas, I was really just like, yeah, another CRM, really. I've seen them all. I've used 10 in the last 15 years. You're not going to impress me, was my attitude. But because I was curious enough and I had an open enough mind, I decided to give it a shot. And before you knew it, or before I knew it, I was getting, at that time, about 2 to 4 leads a day. I had multiple landing pages, marketing multiple businesses. I was being able to put lead magnets on there within 5 minutes. Normally, if you've ever used ClickFunnels or Infusionsoft, some people call it Confusionsoft because it's very confusing and it's very expensive, people don't want to do any of that stuff because who is tech savvy naturally? And I wasn't. So actually Now.Site was able to give me, for the first time, without spending hundreds of dollars a month, and you heard Leanne's testimonial, she's saving $200 a month, got rid of 3 systems, and now I had something that I was getting for free. And I'll share with you later how that's evolved over time, because 8 out of 10 people that I've talked to in the last 2 months have said they don't have a CRM that works or that does anything, or they didn't even know what it was, which tells me you're not making very much money. And they didn't have a digital presence other than maybe a website that wasn't drawing traffic, didn't have SEO, and they couldn't afford to hire an SEO person, social media, and all that kind of stuff. So I would venture to say I've saved thousands of dollars and starting to make, affiliate income and be able to help other people do the same thing, is why we're here today, to spread the word about this, because you deserve to make unlimited income, spread your message, give value, set yourself apart without having to spend a ton of money. And trust me, I've spent lots of money on websites and CRMs and all these kinds of things, and just ended up being more than frustrated than anything else. So Robert is an amazing man, many businesses already, much success, and he's the reason we're all here today is because he, you know, took the time to share with me what he's about to share with you. So Robert, without further ado, I'm going to let you take over.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the kind words. My name is Robert Meyer, and I'm down in the Sugar Land area, which is near Houston. We're like a suburb of Houston. And so I do want to say that I have been doing this for 1 year, and I actually started using it to in my business to get customers. And after about 4 months, then I started marketing it because it was so powerful. So I'm going to share my screen and just give you the functionality of what's here. And maybe if one of you can allow me to share, or maybe I can share. Yeah, just a second. Very good. So the name of this company is called Now.Site, and it's actually a Canadian company. They're up in Toronto, Canada. And I think the best story that I like about this is when the owner-founder of this company was in high school, the Washington Post wrote an article about him, that he was the smartest student in Canada. And so he then went to Harvard, went to Oxford. He got involved in building medical software with a team of people. They sold that company off. He took his share of the money and rolled it into this company. He has a heart for small business owners. And so he literally created this because he knew the majority of small business owners do not have an internet presence. And so, but it can be used by anyone that's looking for more leads to get more customers, or it might be patients or members, or anyone else that's looking for more contacts. And so while we do sales, the larger companies do sales and marketing. So as smaller business owners, we're out looking for sales every day. But what the bigger companies want is sales today, tomorrow, next week, next year. And I've heard that there's good news and bad news in this. The bad news is that no matter how good you are, no matter how great your product or service is, there's only a small group of people that want to buy today. But the great news, there is a huge group of people that are interested in your products and services. It's just that they may want to buy tomorrow, next week, next month, or maybe next year. So digital marketing has really leveled the playing field. In 2018, digital marketing surpassed TV in getting customers for businesses. So this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform. It's powered by artificial intelligence, and it allows us to market like larger companies. And you see some symbols on the bottom of this page, and this is the functionality. And I'm going through each one of them and it kind of give you a feel of what's in the platform. So the first one is retargeting ads. And retargeting ads has kind of been reserved for the larger companies. Retargeting ads is actually controlled by Google. About 4 months ago, they gave Now.Site an exception and allowed Now.Site to have any website on their platform to use the retargeting ads. And the way it works is you have a prospect comes into your website. And when they leave your website, Google actually tracks them. And when they go to any other site, it could be social media, it could be like a general site like Yahoo News or Bloomberg, then they start seeing your ad. And these retargeting ads, they're designed to bring those people back to your site. It's very powerful. And then we have social and content marketing. And this is where you're doing posts on your social media. It might be Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, or other accounts that you might have. Have you ever seen a realtor place a picture of a new house they've listed? And if you click on that image will get larger. But if you bring that same image inside of this platform, what happens is it becomes clickable. And when you click on it, it can open up to a full colored website just for that house or your product and services. And so we now also have ad pins, and we call this optional. There's a little extra cost on it, but it's using proximity marketing. You might be familiar with going out and getting like Facebook ads, or you might have an account with Facebook and go get LinkedIn ads. And this works a little bit different. What we use is proximity marketing. And so here's a realtor in the Dallas area. And so what he does is fill in the blanks, like a long headline, a short headline, a larger picture, a smaller picture. The reason is if it goes to someplace like Twitter, then they don't take as much information. Once he completes the ad, then he decides where he wants to advertise. And since it's a house in Dallas, he can put in a zip code or he can put in an address and create an ad pin on the map. Then what he does is decide how big a radius do we want that circle. He can go from a half mile up to 500 miles. But a lot of times we find there's good results, especially for small business owner, in that 5 mile to maybe 20 miles across. So we also have advanced ad targeting. If you're selling to a $500,000 home, you really are not interested in 18-year-olds seeing your ads. So you might start at 35 and up. If you have cosmetics or whatever your product is more for female or male, you can limit it to like only female or only male. We have 10 keywords or phrases. They can be 1 words, 2 or 3 word phrases. And this is what would be queried if somebody went to Google and put in a query. And this also, if they're in the area you selected, the right age group, right gender, then they start tracking that individual and they see your ad. So then we start broadcasting. And if you are on the internet and you're in that circle, right age, right gender, we don't really care what application you're on. If you see ads on those apps, social media sites or general sites, they will start seeing your ad. This is just a fraction of where it might go. Today, Now.Site is buying 100 million ads per month, and they resell them to us at a discount in small packages. So here's a lady, she's getting married in 6 months, and she's already thinking about buying a house. Not today, but coming up, she's already interested. She clicks on that site, and it opens up a full colored web page just for that house. This is a person using it up in Dallas. His name is David Poole. He puts his information on it, a collage of pictures, but he also puts a video on it, shows some more of the inside of the house. He says, look, if you'll give your name, your phone, and your email, we'll set up an appointment with you and show you this home. And when they enter that information, then it literally, when they submit it, it comes into a CRM system. For your information, if you have a website, at this point, you can actually open up your website immediately, but we've captured the information and it goes into a CRM sales database. Here, we can take that email address and go out and search the internet. On about 40% of the cases, we'll bring in pictures, we'll bring in things like Facebook account, LinkedIn accounts, other information about that person. It tells you a lot of detail about who your prospect is. You can track calls, emails, and texts. You can also keep notes on it and schedule follow-up. So that CRM is attached to an email campaign. And the email campaign, that first email goes out immediately. And so you can see for the realtor, he is actually sending an email that says, look, click on my link. It tells you the days and times that I'm available to show you the house. Select a time that's convenient for you. And before the realtor even knows he has a contact, that person is already receiving a follow-up email. And then we build an email campaign. And this is to build a relationship. It's to win trust and to win a customer. Have you ever got emails that every one of them is buy from me, buy from me, buy from me? It gets old really quick. What we try to teach is it's bring value, bring value, bring value. And so a lot of you on your products and service, you're educating people and you're bringing value. And every so often you can talk about your products and service and maybe a little bit of buy from me. So we have the ad pins, we have the retargeting ads, we have the social posts, and it's driving people to our landing page, our websites. And from there, we're offering something of value. They give us their information and it goes into our CRM database. Immediately, the email campaigns can start. And so what we know is that no matter what your business is, your growth and success is building a huge database of individuals that are interested in your product and service. And so everything in this system is measured by Google Analytics. And so I want to talk a moment about artificial intelligence. When I first started a year ago, we had to build our own emails. Now it's pretty simple. Our own websites. It was simple enough, but I created 43 of them. I use them for a lot of different things. I'm actually running 3 different businesses, but you can become extremely creative on these. And so, but now what happens is when you come in, you select your industry, your sub-industry, and the system will literally create your first website for you. It actually creates whatever you want based on those things. And then it provides the keywords for you for that industry and sub-industry, but you have the right to update it, kind to make it more closer to what your product and service is. It creates social posts for you every day. You can create your own. If you have content like articles, videos, you can create your own, maybe images. I do some myself, but they provide stuff for us every day. So this is kind of what you need to do if you want an online presence. And what we're doing is out there today, everything that we're doing. But what I would say to you is, like, for social media, Hootsuite's one of the best programs out there. Now, they don't give you contact, but it's a great program. Blogger is great for building blogs. There's lots of places you can go for email campaigns. For websites, you can have someone build. Like I spent almost $5,000 having a website built. Or you can go build it yourself with some of these. Now, the retargeting, SEO, the Google Analytics, all that stuff is handled by Google. And Salesforce is probably the very best website out there for a CRM. And literally, it's a little bit expensive. But even if you went out and you went the low amounts, picked the lowest amount for all of them, and then you added a few ads to it, you would probably start out around $500 a month, or it can go up substantially. But the big thing is they're not integrated. They're not automated. They're not AI powered. They don't work together. So anyone that uses all these different programs, it's a lot of work moving files around and trying to figure out exactly what's happening with everything. So what Now.Site has done is come in and brought all this functionality under one program. And it's designed for the small business. And so we have what we call 3-click marketing. And when you come in every morning, they give you social posts. So every morning, since I'm running 3 businesses, I actually have social posts for all 3 businesses. And you can post, it says, do you want us to put it on your Facebook, maybe your Facebook business page, LinkedIn, Twitter, and you can virtually take it anywhere that you would like, and they post it. Then it says, would you like us to take this general article and or video and put this on your blog? We say yes, and it goes on the bottom of your website. We do that because it really helps your SEO. Then we say, would you like to take this information and email it to your followers? And you say yes, and they do so. And so you stay in front of your people on a continuous basis. So, like I said, we have unlimited websites, we have SEO, retargeting, analytics, CRM system, and we're producing AI-powered lead generation for you. And all of this is $87. $87 a month. You get 3 AI campaigns. You can run 3 businesses on it if you use these. You get unlimited websites. You get 10,000 marketing emails a month. You get unlimited social posts. You get search engine optimization, file sharing analytics. You get 1 retargeting ad for one of your websites up to 250 visitors. And so if you look at the bottom of the page, the cost of the ad pins is 10,000 impressions for an additional $50 a month. And so on the ad pin, you can actually split it if you want to and do 5,000 impressions and get 2 of them. And so when I started with a smaller package, but I moved up to the larger package. It's literally the same thing, you just get a lot more. I'm actually using 10 5,000 impressions ads, and I'm putting them in the Dallas and the Houston area to advertise my different businesses. So this is the first all-in-one digital marketing platform, and it's powered by artificial intelligence, and you have excellent support. 1, we as a team help each other. I will help you. If you decide to join this, I'll do some training, help you walk through it, help you get started. But we also, the company provides Zoom customer service support. Yes, you can send them a little message and they'll reply to it. But if you want somebody to sit with you and walk you through step by step what you do to do whatever you're working on, they'll help you build it. And they know that some people catch on really quick. We also know that some people have a hard time turning on their computer. So it's from one extreme to the other. And so we're there. They've added something in July. On July 11th is when they started rolling this out. It's called a team concept. There's lots of groups out there, like real estate people, there'll be whole groups. You might have a realtor that has multiple salespeople. You may have insurance groups that have multiple people. And you can actually, if they're using the royalty platform or the all-in-one site, the Now.Site program, they literally can have a team concept where they pull all of those people into one group. The owner of the business can literally create landing pages, create posts for them, create videos for them, documentation, and they all can pull it down separate and use that information. And it's very powerful for them to get information to them. They can receive emails by creating one email that goes out. And they're also adding text to it where you can enter a text and have it go to the whole group of people. And so this is, we feel, is going to really help a lot of people that have large organizations to keep in touch with them and to help them develop an internet presence. So today you may be a hunter. Tomorrow you might, what we want you to become is a marketing machine. And what we want you to start doing is harvesting from your database of prospects. And so there is a way to get your program for free, and you can cover the cost of it. Or if you desire, this is a great way to make a secondary income. And so here's the affiliate program that's attached to it. If you know 3 companies or small business owners, if they go out and join you, just 3 of them, from that point on, as long as they pay for their subscriptions, your subscription is free. And then if you keep referring people, then you can actually make a monthly income with this. For the people you bring in and the people they bring in, it averages about 30% across the board. So this is a couple of examples. If you get in this business and you pay $87 a month, and you know 3 businesses that need an internet presence, and they get in your business, every month your platform is free. But here's an example. What I teach is don't just get 3, go get 5. If somebody leaves you, you don't want to worry about not getting it free. If those 5 each want to get theirs free and they each get 5, then they send you a check of $1,000 a month. As you increase this, you just can make more money if you want to. So in the last 7 months, on the people that are directly under me, I have 37 people, and I have a group of 450, just a notch over now. And so it can turn out to be something financially well for you also. And so what I would say to you is that I would highly recommend you join us. And I would also recommend you consider using this platform as a way to make extra money. I would tell you that there is a large number of people that use this platform. All they want it for is to build their own business. And that's all wonderful and good too. But it's very powerful. And you might be like me and start out getting customers for your business and then start marketing it yourself. And I think I'm going to turn it back to LeAnn, or maybe Miss Lois, if you're there.
It's the Double L show. LeAnn, you can field questions, but I just want to remind you, tell them about if they sign up 1 customer this week. So 1 referral gets you $87, and LeAnn can share her testimony on that.
So for this month, they have a upfront bonus, and if you bring in 1 person, they send you an upfront bonus of $87. So, and then you have the full month to get 2 more, and then you get your platform for free out of it. You can actually, if you're really go-getters, if you get 3 before the end of the month, then you can actually get 2 $87, and it'll be free from that point on.
Yeah, and I'll just chime in with that. Yeah, and people are doing it and quickly. Not only did I get my first $87 back, but I did get my second $87 back with 3 people joining me, which means next month the software is free. So just to give you some numbers here, I literally canceled $177 worth of other software. Some of those that you saw on the screen earlier, canceled. You multiply that times 12, it's over $1,000 of savings. I paid for this, but I already got paid back for this. So that's a even number. And now next month and 4 coming months, it's free. So this is where I've had a swing of, I'm paying nothing for a software that I was paying $177 for. It's a huge change in my business, plus the potential income here, which is great for me. And like he said, 80% of people are just going to use this for their businesses. And we love that because it's a great product. And while I have a lot of background in technology and computers, I know there's people on here who can barely turn their computer on. And the customer support that Robert talked about is outstanding, truly. It's really what I used for the first couple of days to get up to the speed that I'm at with this product already as well. So let's take some questions. If you have a question, go ahead and jump. You can just...
Sherry had one question. Can I field it since I saw it already?
Sure,
So
yeah.
this is a good one. I think I know the answer, but Robert, you are the master. So Sherry had a great question. If you have 3 people who then also get their 3 people, and you don't have anybody else, and now they're free, do you still get the platform for free yourself?
You get the platform for free, and they send you basically the total on it that is $365, but they'll take $87 out of it at that point. But you're in a sense getting it free plus. And just for your information, next month that amount will be $400. They've actually are rolling out some additional money to us, so that's just going to be a plus sign on it.
Latara, I sort of answered your question. Thank you, Sherry. I hope that answered your question. Sorry, I didn't mean to dive right in, but Latara, she was asking about, can we have an affiliate landing page specifically for selling Now.Site? Essentially, yes. LeAnn and I have created our own landing pages just to invite people to this info session. You can copy ours. That's the other thing. If you're in network marketing, which I think at least half of this group is that, if not 2/3, the beauty of this team system, or if you're a realtor and you have a sales team, or if you own and have a sales force, or you're in network marketing, you can share landing pages with your team. So duplication down deep in depth has never been so sweet and so easy. If you're in a network marketing company or a brokerage, you don't want to just market the company. You gotta brand yourself. It's the biggest mistake in network marketing that I've ever seen, is if you are only marketing your product or your company and not you, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. You want to brand yourself. And so you can share these landing pages and email marketing campaigns with your team, so that once you sign up that new distributor or rep or whatever, then they can go to town and dive right in and use the artificial intelligence, the SEO, and everything that's included here. And your life will be so much better for it.
Yep, and just to show, this is the integrated marketing solution website that I have put up. Some of the people that have jumped in with me have copied it. It's very simple, but it was also created in just no time. A little bit of information, and Now.Site just takes it and builds it for us. I've created multiple websites already with the use of this, from my consulting business to talking about just the CRM part. There's a question in here, Robert, if you can pull up the slide with the pricing on it. One of our guests would like to see that again. Here's my travel website that I've created. People have copied it, replicated it, that are in that business with me. Coffee, I've actually created 2 coffee websites that I'm letting, comparing, seeing which one works best, and then I'll put more, make sure that the AI is working on that while I work on other businesses. Robert, are you able to pull up that slide?
And someone, just so you know, because a couple people have asked, we are going to do training in this. Whenever we're done with Q&A, we're going to do training so that anybody who's already in the system, you can learn how to copy the landing pages. Email marketing and landing pages is our primary topic today. Every Tuesday we do this presentation, Q&A, and training. And just so you know, if you get started, like my girlfriend here, she's already sold, she's going to sign up, which happens, believe it or not, 80% of the time. She wants to get her one person this week to get it for free, right? To get the refund of the $87. So we have calls on Thursday at 4 p.m. Pacific and 6 Central, and I just messaged Pino, who's in Belgium, so we can get your European friends and Africans and whoever, India, all of those time zones. I'm willing to get up at 7. We'll do a call at 7 a.m. Pacific, 9 Central, and I believe that's 4 p.m. in Belgium on Friday. So you can get have that customer, or 3 or 5, however it works out for you. So we're here to support you.
Yep. And I'll jump in with wherever we can support you in getting this information out this week, so you can get your month free, get your investment back. I think we're all here to be very supportive of that happening. So
when you're finished sharing everything, then I'll be able to pull up the pricing thing when you're.
Okay, well, let me just show real quickly, I guess, what I did want to show, and then we will get to that pricing screen, is how does it work? You know, you heard 3 clicks. Let me just show you quickly. So I'm in here. This is my social marketing. This is what pops up. And they show me posts like financial advisors. Would this be a good post? And I can evaluate it for my Joyminder consulting pages. And if I want to, I can save it for later. I can view the content now, or I could just decide to post it. I want to see what else is available, so I kind of slide through and look at, now here's one that they're suggesting for coffee. World economics, what if the world went vegan? So like, this doesn't seem to have anything to do with coffee, but what Robert said earlier, it's not always about buy my coffee, it's the best coffee. Put out some other information that coffee lovers might be just interested to learn about. And when they want to learn about it and they engage with you, now you have the opportunity to engage with them. And by the way, over time, they find out you have this really great coffee. So you can choose this. You can also search for content and create your own content. Down here, use your own article, use your own video, or search for articles, videos, images. And there's a lot of free content in here. Somebody in my team right now said, well, there's nothing for my group. And we said, well, I think there is. So we looked under digital marketing, and when we were creating her website, and sure enough, there was a reputation management subcategory that we were able to select and create her beautiful website right away. So there's so much content, whether you're in the real estate realm, the mortgage realm, the health and wellness realm. The website will be created based on the keywords and the information that you put in, and then you can change it out. You can change backgrounds and fonts and font colors and put things in, and it's easy. But if you don't know how to do this already, the Zoom chat is amazing, and they're available 12 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, and a lot on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday as well. So you're never alone. You're not depending even on the person who invited you here today to help you. There is support through this company that will help you build stuff, create stuff, share stuff, all the things that we're talking about. That's really what I wanted to show before we go and show that screen, Robert. So.
And I was sharing in the chat, just in case everyone didn't, there's so many different, like my kids, they're 7 and 11, and they want to start their own business. They have their own website already, like that. And you can buy domains at GoDaddy and point them. I've done that. You can sell your book. You can have your nonprofit, your church fundraiser, your BNI. If you want to share, a lot of people in here are in BNI, Robert, so you can share how this has helped with your visitors days as well.
So literally anything you're trying to attract people to. So I'm in a networking group called BNI, and we did like a big breakfast. So approximately 60 days before that, I started putting out posts about that event and bringing them into a website that told more about it. And from there, I had people sign up, and I probably had about 24 people sign up for that event, and 12 of them walked in the door. So that's very powerful. We did another Visitors Day. I just put it out there 10 days before that Visitors Day. I had 96 people click on that site. And then I had 4 people that confirmed that they were coming. And then from there, I had 3 people show up for a Visitors Day. So if you're working like virtual events or whatever you're trying to do, it's an excellent way to pull in people. And we've learned lots of tricks. Some people are only interested in localizing it. But if you were doing digital marketing, it doesn't matter if it's in Belgium It doesn't matter if it's in India. You can literally just, it explodes where we can go to. And so I like to do the posting on groups. Some of these groups, like right here in a local area, I use one that has 37,000 people on a Facebook group. I use some other groups on digital marketing that has like 1.5 million, 600,000 people on it. And they all don't see it, but you can post one group right after the other. You can also take it and use hashtags. And you can do, say, like if you want to do hashtag India, 68 million followers on it. You could post every half hour and no one person would ever see the same post. And it's just amazing what it does on the ability to really expand from wherever you're at.
Robert, can you share the slide with the prices again? And then I just want to give a quick testimonial, just so you guys know. And I've never, I mean, I don't think you can make income claims because you already showed how to get to $1,000 a month. I can't say that I did it without trying, but I got to $1,000 this month, and I've really only, I've had a lot going on. Okay, a lot going on, just a little bit. If you know me, I've had a lot going on. So the fact that we even had almost 40 people on this call, and the fact that I got to $1,000 a month without even really trying is indicative of how desperately people need this and how easy it was for me to get to 1,000. I expect to get to 2,000 and then to 4,000 probably in the next 2 months. And again, because there's such a need, the demand is there and the supply is not that really that great.
I think she wanted to see the 3 different pricing structure more
Okay.
than this.
Excuse me.
Amy, if you want to speak up, you can let us know if I'm wrong, but.
And I think, yeah, she just wanted the 3 price points, the 87, the 167, and I'm still at the 87, Amy. Personally, myself, I haven't had the need just yet to upgrade, but then again, you know, now that I have $1,000 a month extra income, it's possible. But I don't know if you have any questions, Amy, specific to these 3.
Right. And, you know, pointing out the clear differences, all of them include unlimited websites, but then, and all of them include marketing emails, but the first one includes 10,000, then it goes up to 50,000, 100,000. Here we have the 3 artificial intelligence marketing campaigns. It jumps up to 5 here and up to 10 here. I can see in my business with the diversity of things I do, I'll probably have 50 websites up by the end of August. And at some point with everything, it'll make sense for me to want to put AI on more than 3. But I'm also right now at the 87 point. Our retargeting ads also increases with each one from 250 visitors that will be retargeted. And my retargeting ads are kicking in right now. And I'm clearly seeing an uptick in the number of new people coming into my CRM. Retargeting ads to 500 and then up to 1,000 website visitors.
And so the way that works on the 500, they're giving you 2 retargeting websites. And so it'd be 250 on each. And then when you get to 1,000, then you have 4 websites that it's doing retargeting ads on. And
Tara had a question. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay. You know, Latara, what he was talking about, the prices are the same. The prices are 87. They're not going to be raised. What Robert was talking about is increasing is the income. They're increasing our income within the compensation plan. So these prices, right, Robert? These are not going to increase.
Correct. They're not increasing. Actually, there's some options that are coming up where you pay 87 and you're doing both options. This will probably be 57. But that's going to be rolling out later this year.
Another question, Brenda just asked about the ad pin, and I looked into this week. Brenda, the $50, so at the ad pin, you sign up, it does say a subscription, you know, $50 a month, and they have a couple of other levels. However, just like all of this, there's no like annual contract. So for a business, say a realtor who knows, like, I'm going to use ad pin every month, that subscription may just make sense to let it roll. For somebody who just wants to target one convention 2 times a year, you could sign up and even discontinue that subscription as you need to. And one $50 subscription, you can even split into 2 things happening that same month. But it would have to fall at this, within that same time frame. So yes, it's a subscription, but you're not locked into anything. Even these amounts here, I think you are somewhat fluid, but once you get into it, I mean, there's so much goodness here. It just,
and if I can just speak up too, I do have, just, full disclosure, because I have my reasons for this, but I still have Infusionsoft. It's ungodly expensive. It's an investment for me for an affiliate program and from some other things that I'm using it for. But guess what? You know how many contacts they allow me to have for $200 a month? They allow me to have 500 leads in my database, and then they charge me and nickel and dime me. And with this system, to have 10,000 marketing emails, because they also limited my number of emails too. It's just, and this is so much easier. I call it CRM for dummies, landing page for dummies, SEO for dummies. Not to offend anyone, but I'm the dummy here, because my genius is picking up the phone, talking to people, and closing, not digital marketing. Before COVID, I was a face-to-face, belly-to-belly, close them kind of a girl. I didn't even necessarily do many webinars. I always did in-person group presentations. But this is the new normal, you guys. This is the new normal. If you don't have a digital presence and a website that has SEO and artificial intelligence, all that, your business is dead and you're leaving money on the table.
yeah, great. Well, at this point, we can keep fielding questions here, and I think we can, any suggestions, Lois, what would you like to do?
Yeah, well, what we'll do now is I thought Henry, did you have your hand up? Henry, do you want to come? Okay, go ahead and take your hand. Go ahead.
Awesome. First off, I wanted to thank Sue for inviting me here tonight. This has been a really informative webinar. My question was around the email campaign. So are those emails also written by the AI?
Can I answer that? Can I answer that? The
Yes.
emails are fantastic. If you've ever used MailChimp, have you used MailChimp?
Yes.
Okay, it's a million times better, because MailChimp, the emails that you can send out are a little complicated, and when you put a YouTube video in it, it flies you out of the email that you've got and it sends you to YouTube. This doesn't. It's exactly the same way as making a web page. It's just as easy, and the emails go out beautifully. They look like little mini web pages.
Right, but is it written by the AI or would I be the one writing?
They have like a small automatic one, but you can do it yourself.
I'll give you an example. I'll be happy to share that a little bit.
Robert, you wanted to say something? I'm sorry. Robert?
They're creating based on AI, based on your keywords and your industry and sub-industry. They're creating like a news feed type email for you. But if you want to every so often put one in, like once a month or something like that, then you want to create it and really narrow it down to your product and or service.
Yep.
Perfect.
These ones at the top that you see are called newsletters. Those are the automated emails that have been created. So when I put in, when somebody just checks in, and if I say, yes, I want to email my people, this is the email that will go out to them. So I went in and I customized the signature to be like my signature would be. And for some of these, many of these, and eventually all of them, I've added in a photo so that it makes a little bit more like, oh yeah, I just, like, look at this travel one. They were just on my travel website, which looks like this. And now they immediately get, or in following days even. Wow.
Damn. Social media has taken off big time. And
is somebody talking to everybody? Because you're fading in and out. Okay, I think they're just talking in the background. Okay, so so these emails are really easy to create, and if you want to add things, you just drag and drop into the emails in a way that makes it super easy to create. But no, they're not being written at this point by AI exactly from what, they're not giving me content exactly in an email.
Got it. Thank you, Catherine and Leanne. Much appreciated.
My pleasure. I have my back office open, and it's as open a book as I am. So if anybody else would like to see a couple things, I'm happy to show it. Here, let me show you my contacts. Not the actual people, but just today I've had 33 more contacts added to this, maybe 4. And I can, when I view them all, I can sort it by dates. I can see who's come in just recently. I can see which campaign they came in on and which is working well. This coffee one at the bottom, I only put AI on it less than 48 hours ago. I have 5 new contacts that are interested in learning more about taking their coffee to another level. To piggyback on that, I wrote a special email that when they do click into that, they get another email inviting them to my other coffee website. And the other coffee website's a little more complicated, but in it, I've included a video that I recorded, a video that I got off the internet, and inviting them again to visit my virtual coffee shop. So then they can go directly to my coffee shop and make purchases. So lots of ways to do this. Probably no right or wrong, but probably some best practices. And that's why we're going to do some training as well. So like 𝐒𝐢𝐭𝐞 said earlier, we're going to use time now to do some more of that training. What I'm going to do is invite people, and anyone's welcome into the training, whether or not you have this product. If you want to just go into the training, you can keep doing that. If you want to stay here and ask some more questions, that's great too. We have on Zoom, many of you probably know, what's called breakout rooms, and we will utilize that. So anybody wanting to go into training at this point, we're going to stop the recording and thank everybody for being here, and then I'll move people over into training. The next call, Thursday, same time, 6 p.m., different Zoom link. So do not use this Zoom link. Do find out from the next person or the person who invited you here today. This is an affiliate program, so please, please, please honor the person who invited you here and make sure you get their affiliate link. If that person happens to work with me, I have their affiliate link, and I'm happy to work with you on that to make sure that you get placed with them. If they're not working directly with me, then you'll need to make sure you do work directly with those people. And we bless you all for being here. We thank you all for being here. We hope that this is a great solution for all of your businesses, because small business really does power the world, and we're ready to take it on. Thanks so much.
So thank you so much, Leanne. I'm going to drop off. I've got another presentation I'm doing right now. So
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Lois.
Okay.